Ale, 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 Milan, ale, forza lotta, vincerai, non ti lasceremo mai. Supercoppa champions, guys. It has finally been done after 5 years of not winning any trophies. We are finally champions once again, and what a moment it was today against Juventus. What a game it was in general. A hard fought game from start to the end. And really, I'm just so happy that we finally managed to win this match. And, it was from the beginning of the match when just weren't able to control anything. We weren't able to make two passes together. Juventus was just dominating from the beginning of the match, getting chances early on. And it seemed like Milan were really going to have to climb a big hill if they wanted to win anything today. But Juventus got that goal early on through Chiellini on a corner kick. And Milan still didn't seem to react. And then out of nowhere, Suso found Bonaventura in the later moments of that first half. Bonaventura put the ball in the back of the net with a classic header, which I really wasn't expecting from him. Like someone suggested there on the live stream watch along, it seemed like a paleta header, and it was exactly that. What a goal and finish that was against Buffon. So halftime it was 1-1 and things were starting to look better for Milan. After that, in the second half, I think we completely dominated Juventus. We had a lot of clear-cut chances through Romagnoli, Carlos Bacca that managed to miss 3 chances, which I still don't know how he did. But overall, we just really had a lot of chances in which we should have finished, and we didn't. Therefore, we had to go to extra time. The first half involved more of Milan having the ball, creating more chances. Carlos Bacca missing another chance there. Juventus having more opportunities in the second half of extra time. Before you knew it was 1-1 at the end of extra time, and we had to go to penalties. The mighty penalties to decide all of that. Lapadula was shooting first. He actually missed. Juventus took the lead, but then Mandzukic hit the bar. So at that point, equality was once again re-established. Before Donnarumma, the savior, Saint Gigio Donnarumma, could I call him that? I think I could, after that great save on Dybala, and Mario Pasalic, the game winner, through that beautiful penalty shot, won the boys our first trophy after 5 years. And finally, it's a big sigh of relief, seeing that we were able to finally pick up a piece of silverware. I believe it's the first trophy that we've ever won since the existence of Rossoneri TV. So that's one other achievement that we just got today. But speaking about you guys have been fantastic, especially on the watch along. You came out in numbers, always supporting the team from start till end. So thank you for everyone that came on the watch along. It really means a lot. And I love sharing live reactions with you guys. I'm pretty sure you went as crazy as me on that watch along when we won. But for those of you that still haven't watched it, I suggest you go watch it after this video. Now, we introduced something different in this live stream starting today, and that is that we are giving you guys a say. You guys could call us on Skype through Rossoneri TV. That's the name that you have to add on Skype if you want to have your say, and you guys could give your comments on anything regarding the match. What did you think about a particular player? What did you think of the game in general? It is your moment. This is your channel. It's a fan channel created for you guys. So if you want to voice your opinion, add us on Skype, Rossoneri TV, that is all together, and give us a call if you want to feature. Now, I know there are already a few people that want to feature here on the channel today, and there's actually a lot of people that have already added me. So I'm gonna try and call Marco Messina from Italian Football TV, as he was just calling me here. But if he doesn't pick up, I think we'll go straight to Matthew Santangelo, who is also waiting to get called up. So, alright, I think we're going to go with Matthew Santangelo first of all, because he's been trying to call me for a while now. Alright, Matthew, how are you doing, man? I'm doing really fine. Let me just fix the settings 2 seconds. Alright, go ahead, man. We're finally champions after 5 years. Your thoughts on tonight's match?
it's a long time coming. It feels like we haven't hoisted a trophy in some time now. But I want to bring up, of course, aside from the match itself, I want to bring up something one good friend of mine brought up was is that was Mihalovic, and the reason why I say that is because Mihalovic brought Milan to the Coppa Italia final last year, of course, which allowed them to play in the Super Cup.
Hmm.
Not to mention, he was the guy who gave Donnarumma his chance. Of course, you saw Donnarumma shine in what I thought was one of Donnarumma's best games in a Milan shirt. Through 120 minutes. I mean, not to mention the penalty save. I mean, it speaks volumes as to just how good Montel is doing with this squad. I mean, think about this. Milan brought in Mario Pasalic from Chelsea, a dry loan, 1 million. A bit of a head scratcher considering he's only 21 and we have a lot of youth, and he really wasn't the impactful midfielder most people expected Milan to get. Of course, he comes in recent weeks. He's been getting starts for Milan in the Serie A, but now he comes in place of Locatelli, plays well, and he puts the game-winning penalty taken to the back of the net. I mean, it's crazy to see how Milan have come from really not much and pretty low expectations as a team to lifting a trophy and now chasing the Champions League. It's incredible, and I think this is something that um, the entire Milan fan base, the organization, deserves, especially across the world. And although there were only 13,000 fans in attendance in total, excuse me, at the game today, they got quite the show. And like I said, the entire Milan fan base across the world truly deserves to see Milan hoist a trophy once again.
Honestly, I couldn't put it better than that, Matthew. The players dedicated this win to Berlusconi, which this is gonna be his last trophy ever won. A grand total of 29 trophies for Silvio Berlusconi. I think it's just an incredible number. And I think it's a great, remarkable farewell gift to Silvio. But at the same time, like you mentioned, I think this trophy goes out to all the fans. Really, we have put up with misery, sadness. I just can't even find the words to explain what we went through these 5 years, not being able to win a trophy. And I think this is really a trophy for all the fans. Like you said, the Milan community around the world deserves this trophy more than anything else. And I'm really, really happy that we were able to get this done today. It's just a remarkable achievement, and better, it was against Juventus out of all opponents, right? It was just honestly a big, big win for us. Well, thank you, Matthew, for joining me. Once again, if you guys aren't following him already, at Matt_Santangelo is his Twitter handle, or at AC Milan Bros. Thanks, Matt.
Forza Milan.
Forza Milan. Alright, guys, some more calls coming in from you guys. I'm gonna get Marco Messina on the line because I know he was itching to come on, so I'm gonna give him a call right now. Let's see if he picks up. But if you guys still haven't yet, add me on Skype, Rossoneri TV, if you want to voice your opinions. And we are live with Marco Messina. Marco, can you hear me?
Hey, we're here. Michael and I are here.
Alright, how you guys doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good. I think Michael's doing a little bit better than I am right now.
Alright, did you guys enjoy the match? What did you make of it?
I thought it was a good game. A little bit different at different times. I thought Juve didn't come out strong enough to win it. They weren't taking it as seriously as I thought Milan did. And if Baca would have finished his chances that he had, they definitely wouldn't have gone to penalty kicks, and it would have been easier to swallow for me.
Yeah, I know, for sure. Juve played better, I believe, in the first half, but the second half, Milan really turned the tables. They should have scored maybe one or at least two goals in the second half, but at the end of the day, it went at penalties, and that's always a nail biter. But Milan got the win at the end.
Yeah, definitely. Who did you guys think was the best player today? I saw Suso was like on top of everyone today.
Same thing.
No doubt about it.
Suso was
Suso was
amazing.
amazing. I mean, he put Baca. I remember one cross. He put it to a T on his head. He couldn't have given a better pass, and Baca just couldn't make do of it. And I was very, very impressed with Suso.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, even the defense, I thought Milan's defense was actually pretty solid. A lot of people were saying about the penalty. I don't think that was enough to give a penalty.
No,
His arms were pretty tucked to the
the
side.
Yeah.
Shevio's arm. No, it wasn't a penalty.
That's exactly what I mentioned on the watch along. You know, if he had his arm sticking out, then I could make a case for it. But his arm was pretty much sticking to his body. And, you know, I don't think the referee would have given that call regardless. I mean, crucial was the last play of the game before penalties. It really must have been something evident if he was going to call it, you know?
Agreed.
And so that's pretty much it. I'm just happy that we won. I know, Marco, maybe you're not doing too well right now, but
Listen, I'll say this. I am happy for my Milan friends. You know, you guys deserved it. I think tonight you wanted it much more than Juventus wanted it. And at the end of the day, that's what happens in football. If you don't take your chances, you don't get them. And I think deserved it more. And I'm happy for you guys to lift the trophy.
yeah, speaking of chances,
It's been a while. It's been a little while. You know, we got to give you one.
yeah,
It was nice
exactly.
to see against Marco, because I think the nice thing was seeing Donnarumma's face. He won at such a young age, and he's gonna be such a great player in the future.
Yeah, Locatelli too in tears, just crazy. But Marco, just one last comment there. Dybala could have definitely won the game for Juve at the end. How did he manage to miss that? Like, I just don't understand.
So Michael and I, we decided we recorded ourselves as we watched the game, and we're gonna post it later on our channel. And I said when Dybala stepped up, I said I could see it in his eyes that he was gonna miss. You know, he didn't look confident enough, and he was the player I was most nervous for taking the penalty kick. I don't know why. For some reason, you know, he hasn't been back from injury for very long. He hasn't played 90 minutes, and I was very nervous. I mean, it'll help him grow as a kid. You know, he's a phenomenal player. He's got the skill. He's still young. A lot has been pushed on his shoulders, and I think he's an incredible talent. And this is a time where it was almost okay to miss the penalty, if you know what I mean. Like, it's a good learning experience for him.
Personally, I think he was one of the most threatening players for Juve, especially when he came off for Pjanic there in that second half. He did very good, inserting himself from outside the box, really getting some good shots. Donnarumma was at the right time, at the right place on various occasions, but he also made that crucial miss in extra time. I don't know if you recall that, where he pretty much had the win on his foot just a few minutes before extra time was done, and that could have definitely changed the story of this match.
I wouldn't put too much blame on Dybala because, you know, if you've been watching Juventus closely this season, you could tell that when they play the Mandzukic and Higuain up top, creativity is so lacking. It's clearly evident that when Dybala steps on the field, everything clicks. The passes are going. Players are getting chances. You know, he takes a shot. He had that shot in the beginning that you were talking about in extra time that went just wide of Donnarumma's goal. And I think that's what he brings to the table. And yes, he does miss a penalty. He did sky that chance where I thought he would do better. But again, he's still young. He's still is not fully fit. And that's what it is. What he brought to the table in very little time really impresses me and continues to impress me.
Perfect.
Fun fact for the Milan fans is Milan played Juve twice this season and they won both games. Pretty impressive.
You had to say that one, Mike.
It was-
You had to bring that one up.
impressive for sure.
Marco, you need to bust your balls a bit. Come on.
I know. Listen. I even tweeted on our account. It was actually me who tweeted this, that everyone keeps saying the Serie A is not competitive, but Milan has beaten Juventus 2 times in the season. So it's more about consistency than just competition, because obviously Milan can win on their day.
Yeah, exactly. But I think, once again, like Mikey, you mentioned, Milan's been doing pretty good against Juventus. Like, besides these 2 encounters this season, even the Coppa Italia final, we did quite well to bring it to extra time. So I think Milan has been one of the most consistent sides in recent times against Juventus, if I may add. All right.
It's a fair point.
Yeah.
I think so too.
Yeah, all right, guys.
I was just gonna say Milan always step up when they need to. They just gotta be more consistent with the smaller teams, and they're doing pretty good this season. I gotta give it to them.
Good luck, guys. Good
Completely
luck.
agree. Alright guys, thank you so much for joining me, Marco and Mikey. If you haven't checked out their channel yet, it's Italian Football TV on YouTube. Great channel that covers Serie A as a whole. They got plenty of videos on a daily basis. So guys, make sure to check out their channel after this video and subscribe to them. Thank you guys once again for calling in, eh?
Thank you guys.
so
Ciao,
much.
ciao.
Ciao.
Alright, ciao guys. Alright, more calls coming in. Once again, the Skype is Rossoneri TV. It's your turn to say what you thought about the match. And we have some more calls here. We have Pudding. Man, how you doing? Can you hear me?
Hey.
Yeah, you're live.
Yeah. Okay. I just want to talk about the second half after we got smashed in the first half.
Go for it.
Okay. See, we had lots of good attacks from the wing. Yeah, I don't know if you noticed, but like Suso was like everywhere on the pitch. He was swinging across his left, right, and center, and they always were going where he wanted them. We had some brilliant defending, like Paletta and Romagnoli and Chilio even. They were really good at everybody in defense today. Abate unfortunately got injured, which I got really disappointed about because he was doing so well this season. And Suso, like seriously, we should get a release clause on him on like I don't know 120 million because he's on fire. He's in 17 appearances, 5 goals, 6 assists, 28 chances created where we should have scored like golden chances.
Yep.
And his pass accuracy of 80% this season, like that's insane.
Yeah, he's been technically one of our best players for sure. Today he was pinpointing every cross. Beautiful cross on Bonaventura's goal. Like you said, he's been fundamental for this team. Really, I have nothing to say against Suso by whatever mean. Like, he's been one of our best, honestly.
And I feel really bad for Baka because I really love that player. I love him as a person and just as a player, but he just missed his chances today. And I really think he killed off his chance to play for a team like a first-team player again. I think Lapadula definitely is going to get the head start over him for a while now, and he will just be like the substitute for him.
Yeah, could be. I mean, Lapadula, when he came on today, I was expecting a bit more from him. Because, well, yeah, Baka first of all missed all kinds of chances, but at the same time, I thought Lapadula was gonna come on to pressure Juve's defense, but it seemed like they were playing more of a cautious approach. Even when Lapadula came on, if you saw, he wasn't really pressing the defense much. He was more containing rather than anything else. But like I said, this is definitely a big question mark for Montella, and it's gonna be difficult for him to choose who he really wants to start every game. He has to build some sort of consistency as well, because you can't have one guy playing one game, the next game it's Baka, then the next game is Lapadula. It kind of throws strikers off. But at the same time, I think this is a time in the season where these strikers need to play up to their potential and prove to Montella that they are the ones that should be chosen.
Yeah.
Anyways, yeah.
Just one more thing, if Donnarumma is Lord. And she get like a 500 million euro release cost. Like, I was about to die in the penalty shootout because I was generally thinking we're gonna lose when the Lapadula missed the first. And then suddenly just Donnarumma just saves the Dybala shot, I think it was. And I just went mental and just ran around the house and just screaming and shouting.
Yeah, it was an amazing save, and it was a very good shot from Dybala too. It wasn't a weak shot; it was a pretty good shot. Somehow Donnarumma just flew out of nowhere and saved that. This kid definitely has a big future on his hands. Well, thank you so much for calling in, man. Till next time.
Bro.
All right.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you too. All right. All right, guys. We are getting some more calls. I'm gonna call in Jeffrey next because I know he's been trying to call me for a while now. So let's see if he answers. By the way, yeah, Jeffrey, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
All right, I'm just gonna ask you to lower the volume of the stream because it's a bit confusing.
Yeah, okay.
All right.
I got you.
All right. Perfect. What are your thoughts on tonight's match?
Well, we won, which is great. We're the champions. I just gotta say one thing. I called it correctly in the stream. I said we will win on penalties, 4-3. I called Mandzukic would miss, and I said Strider would miss, but he was taken off.
Yeah.
So I'm halfway there. Okay.
Well done. Right. Good prediction.
Yeah, but I gotta say, it feels like for some reason Milan has Juventus numbers for the past year and a half, and that we just play well against the great teams, and then we play down to the level of the worser teams.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that has been a trend that has actually been going on for a while, you know, and like you said, we have been doing pretty well against the top teams this season. I can't really complain. I mean, we beat Lazio. We obviously lost against Napoli and Roma. We didn't have that much of a good game against them. But Juventus, yeah, it was a close game, and also, you know, we beat Juventus this season, the San Siro with a Locatelli goal. Not many people were expecting that. We beat them again today. We had a very good performance against them in the Coppa Italia final last season. So definitely this team is improving. I could see, like, not trying to be biased, but I could definitely see such a difference from last season. It's just the togetherness of the group. I think it really has improved in that aspect. What do you make of that?
I don't know why, but it seems like Martella, he's gotten the team to come together at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
And then when he has to make subs, he's a little late, but it worked out pretty well at some times.
Yeah.
And other times, it's like, you could have done it sooner.
Yeah, I mean, well, today, for example, Lapadula and Antonelli were brought on there.
Yeah, a little too late.
A little too late, yeah.
I think at the beginning of extra time, it would have been better.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, what was it, like 10, 15 minutes into it? I think we brought him on. Not enough time. And plus, we were overrun in the second half. In the second half of extra time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, like you said, in the second half of extra time, I saw much more Juventus than what we were doing, right? They actually scored an offside goal there through Evra, but luckily for us. But I mean, yeah, like you said, it was second half in the regulation time we did better, and it was like split. You know, each half we were doing better, and the other team and Juventus was doing better than us in the other half. You know, but overall it was a pretty good game. Just happy that we got the win. Like I said, even in the preview. These types of matches, it's the result at the end that counts and not really the performance. And I think we kind of got both in this match. We had a good performance and the result.
Yeah. I just have one more question.
Mm-hmm.
This goes to the takeover.
Okay.
Do you think the Chinese will now give us a little bit of money for the winter transfer window, since it's like, hey, we beat Juventus twice, give us a little bit of money, and maybe we can get, you know, top three, definitely get Champions League. And then you come in during the summer and you spend that 100, 200 million, and we can, you know, go and beat everyone, win the Champions League.
Yeah, well, first of all, speaking about money, I know this is not really going to help, or it's going to be allocated to the transfer market, but thanks to this win, they are giving us 1.5 million euros, but that's probably going to be, like, distributed between the players as an award. But besides that, it really doesn't seem like the Chinese will be giving us anything for the winter transfer window. It seems like we will be going with a €0 transfer budget, and this was also confirmed from one of the Chinese representatives. Now, like we saw last summer, there might be a point in which the Chinese could give maybe 10, 20 million just to buy a player, but I think a big part of this transfer window, the upcoming transfer window, will be based on either selling players to generate those funds, or, of course, extending contracts from Suso, Bonaventura, maybe Donnarumma. That's pretty much that's what's gonna happen.
I mean, we just need one or two key players, and I think we get Champions League easily. It's not for me it's not my money. So.
Yeah, exactly. All right, Matt. Thank you for calling in, Jeffrey. Take care.
I'll see you later.
All right.
Bye now.
Bye. Alright guys, so as you heard, lots of questions not only regarding the match, but also regarding the transfer window. And like I said many times, you know, Milan won't really have a budget. They won't really have a budget going into the winter. And the money will come in next summer. So, as I said countless times, don't expect any major signings to be made this winter. I think we have a pretty good core. I would just hope that we can maybe bring one or two additions to fix a few mistakes and spots. But besides that, everything is pretty good. Now we got another call coming in from Pietro Marsala, so let's answer him. See what he says. Pietro, how's it going, man? Can you hear me?
Yo, what's up, my man? How you doing?
I'm doing great, man. How you doing?
Good, good. Just happy to be on with Rossoneri TV.
I'm happy to have you on. All right. What do you think about the match, man? Finally champions after 5 years.
Finally, campione. That's what I'm talking about. It's been too long. As Milan fans, since we were kids, we were used to winning, and this is a long waited.
Definitely. Now, what did you make of the performance? We didn't really start that well in that first half. We did better in the second half. I think we should have definitely won the game in 90 minutes. I don't think extra time was really necessary from the chances that we got in that second half. We definitely should have finished, but unfortunately, Bacca wasn't the finisher that we were hoping for today.
Yeah, I was frustrated with Bacca today. I mean, God, when he's good, but when he's off, man, he's off. We know it. I mean, 30 million euros, you got to finish that. Nobody knows why he took a touch there. I mean, he could have easily finished that first shot right foot.
Yeah,
he should have buried that in the back of that inside the 6-yard box. That's a goal all day. That 30 million euros, that's got to get you a goal.
Yeah, definitely, and also that chance that he missed in the extra time. I mean, like I mentioned before on the stream, Bacca had an opportunity to prove Montella wrong today. Well, not wrong, but he still needs to earn a starting spot now that Lapadula's there. And these types of performances, yes, he's getting the chances, but he's known for finishing goals. And today, he simply didn't show that. So he need, yeah.
If they come in with a 25-30 million euro in the winter, I don't know if I would take it if I were Milan. I mean, I know that the Chinese are getting involved now, and they don't want Bacca to leave, but I don't know. When you come in a big game like that, this is what they pay you the big money for, and you got to finish these kind of chances. It wasn't asking too much inside the 6, but I mean, moving away from the negatives and talking about the positives, I'm so happy for Milan, and like you guys said, the community. This is awesome to see. I mean, it's been way too long. These guys, you could just see it in the emotion of Locatelli and Donnarumma after the game. I mean, obviously this is their first trophy for them, and just to see the emotion in their eyes and Locatelli crying like that. I mean, those are not fake tears. Those are tears of joy. And this is, like I said, this is one of many to come. And it's so nice to get it over the Bianconeri. This is big.
Yeah, completely agree with you. And I mentioned yesterday, this could be a big boost in morale for them. And I think that boost definitely came, even with the way they played today. I mean, if you notice, we were kind of doing the same play over and over again. But generally speaking, it was just, we put in the performance that we need. We got the result that we needed. And at the end of the day, we're the champions.
That's right. And this is the performance that needs to be week in and week out against these smaller teams.
Completely agree. We
got to step it up. I mean, if we could show this against Juve, against one of the, in my opinion, top 4 teams in Europe, if we could do this against Juve 2 times in the span of 2 months, there shouldn't be an issue to do this week in and week out against Cagliari, against Crotone, against Pescara, against all these teams that are, lower in the division. With all due respect to them, I mean, this is a team built to win. And we've got a great coach in Montella. We've got a great organization. Let's hope the Chinese know what they're doing, and we'll finish strong. I mean, I agreed with you in the beginning of the season. I think a 5th place finish was realistic, but the way this team plays, when they want, they could turn it on, and they're showing it week in and week out against these big teams. Against Inter, we should have won anyway.
Yeah,
but, that's another.
Honestly, man, so spot on. Everything that you mentioned there was really spot on. That's exactly how I feel. Like I said, we still could do this. We could still make it to the Champions League. This team has character. That is something that we hadn't seen in previous years. And
we gotta get a bench, man. I mean, this is
definitely.
It's sad. It's sad to see. I mean, we've got a great starting 11, but this starting 11 at come March and April, they're gonna wear out. We gotta have somebody to come off the bench and step up and not decrease so much quality. I mean, look at Juve, the way they're built.
Exactly.
They're talking different money here, but coming off the bench, we got to have guys that can make a difference. Obviously, Pasalic came in and made a difference, but I mean, we got to have guys that come off the bench that we could trust, not guys that we're looking down the bench. Besides, if you ask me, besides Antonelli and Antonelli, Calabria, Lapadula, and Niang on our bench, nobody else is worth it.
I completely agree with you, man. We need to add that depth to the team, which we don't have. And other top teams such as Napoli, Roma, Juve, all those teams have that bench, that we're missing. So it's good to have a good starting 11, but we definitely need an helping hand there somewhere.
to go all the way until May. The big teams have benches, and then that's how you win championships. So
Yeah.
we gotta be able to build this team. Anyway, for today, great news. I'm so happy for them. I'm so happy for everybody at Milan and everybody on this channel. This is a great win for all of us, and congratulations, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year to everybody. Ole.
Same to you, Pietro. Thanks for calling in, man.
All right, thanks.
Talk soon. Yeah, take care. All right, so you heard it there from Pietro. Now we got a call coming in from China, I believe. Now this is Marco Wang. Let's see if he picks up. He's been trying to get on for a while. But as usual, guys, Rossoneri TV is the Skype name. If you want to talk to us, add us on Skype, and we'll put you through to give your comments on Milan's performance today and the result in general. So we're going to try and get Marco on. If he doesn't pick up, I'm pretty sure he's going to give us a call soon. So it doesn't seem like he's answering, but we're going to go with Nikesh. Let's see if his mic is better this time around. Nikesh, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Alright, perfect. So your thoughts on the match, Nikesh? We spoke in the first half. Things weren't looking too good for Milan. Things got better later on. What did you make of it?
First of all, Forza Milan, we won the trophy finally after 5 years. I'm so happy. Like, I almost woke up my neighbors. Like 1 o'clock in the night in India. And I think we should stop talking about who performed well and bad. We should just focus on the victory, and we should just enjoy the moment right now.
Yes.
And think about the transfer market.
Yeah, I think it was, like you said, a big win. We should be just celebrating today. Not really think about who played bad and good, like you said, but at the same time, it is nice to see that, you know, Milan, despite all the controversies that were going on this week with the flight delay, with the thing that Juventus was in Doha one day before us and so forth, and we were still able to go there and get the result. I think this really speaks a lot about Milan I've been playing this season. And like you said, you know, it's very nice to see. I think if we continue like this, we could definitely do a good job. Any more comments you wanted to make?
And it's so great to be on your channel. Then this opportunity is really good, and what you're doing is amazing. And please continue the job.
Thank you, Nikesh, man. Really appreciate the support from all of you guys. Everyone that calls in, everyone that watches the channel on a daily basis. This channel is building every day, and it's thanks to you guys. The Milan community is finally coming together. I think we'll be even stronger after this Supercoppa win.
We'll get into Champions League as well.
Yes, let's hope. Let's hope.
So for it, yeah. Forza Milan.
Forza Milan. Thank you, Nikesh. Alright, guys, you heard it there from Nikesh. So if you guys want to talk to me, once again, this is the moment. Add me, Rossoneri TV, on Skype. Giuliano Lapadula says, guys, let's reach 100 likes. This is it. Let's reach 100 likes, just like we did on the watch along. We reached like over 160 likes over there. If we could do even 100 likes on this video, it will be amazing. So if you haven't yet, click on that like button, subscribe to the channel to stay updated by on a daily basis. Now, I think Nicola Giunta wants to give his input, so I'm gonna give him a call. Let's see what he thinks, and if he picks up. Once again, Rossoneri TV is the Skype name to call, and let's see if he picks up. Nicola, can you hear me?
Hi, man. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. How's it going?
Oh, amazing, man. Amazing. I'm so happy.
Alright, the connection is a bit poor. Try talking again, Nicola. It's really staggering.
Yeah, I'm very happy.
Unfortunately, we couldn't put that call through, guys. Make sure you have a good working connection and a good mic. You know, it's sometimes, unfortunately, we cannot put you guys through because the connection is not good enough. So make sure that's all correct before calling in. Now, Gianna Lapadula says, and Gio so close to 11,000 subs. That's right. If you haven't yet subscribed, do that. Marwan says, Gio, what's with the Baka situation? please elaborate on what you want me to talk about. Bacca, I think that if a good transfer amount comes for him, he will leave. He will leave at some point. If it's not gonna happen this winter, it's gonna happen next summer. That's my take on it. You know, I think West Ham have once again shown interest in Bacca. If the right money comes, if 25-30 million come in, I honestly probably will give him away, but only if we reinvest those funds. If we reinvest those funds for someone, then I'll do it. Now, Rajesh says, do you think Montolivo has anything to do with us after Locatelli and Bertolacci establishing themselves? Now, I don't think Bertolacci has really established himself just yet. Definitely is improving. He's getting more playing time and so forth. But, you know, I don't know if Montolivo is gonna have a say in this game. But, you know, once he comes back from injury, I think that he will still be getting some playing time. He will still be the captain of Milan, unfortunately, for some. I'm not going to speak for everyone. But, you know, Montolivo is a player that is still there. I guess he has leadership characteristics in being vocal with the team. But when it comes to playing, he really doesn't do much. So we'll see what happens with Montolivo. I don't think that Milan will get rid of him anytime soon, at least until his contract expires. But Locatelli and Bertolacci, once again, just like the situation with Bacca and Lapadula, puts a big question mark for who to start in that midfield. So Nicola Giunta wasn't able to talk to us through voice, but he says it's very important for this young team though to start to win. That really gives them the awareness of their skills, and it makes them even stronger than they have been so far. And this team is really young, like you said there. Locatelli, Donnarumma, all kinds of youngsters, even players that weren't playing, such as Calabria, Pasalic, that scored that winning penalty shot. This gives them a big confidence boost to come out and win games like this. It's very important for them. But I'm really happy that we got this win. Giuliano says, who was your man of the match? Gio, for me, the full team plays so strong. The whole team did well, but if I really have to pinpoint someone, guys, it's without a doubt, it has to go to Suso. The guy has been incredible today. It looked like a 70 million euro purchase today from Suso, and the price that we paid to get him was an absolute steal. Same thing goes for Bonaventura. Two important players to have on the wings. So important to have. Walls 13 says, Gio, it would be best if we sell back and use Niang and Lapadula as strikers and bring a winger. That could be a solution, but at the same time, I think Suso and Bonaventura are already the good wingers that we should have. Maybe Orsolini as a backup for Suso could be a solution. But I don't know what will happen. That could be a good solution to sell back and bring in a winger. But I will focus more on the midfield if we get that type of money. Like Blocky says, I think we really should buy a midfielder. Montolivo has no use anymore, and Bertolacci is not good enough. That is a very good point as well. Jamil Brown says Luca was good, but is not the regista type of player. Is Locatelli a regista or no? What do you think, Gio? Well, he's supposed to be playing as a regista, to be honest. But today he was a bit in a difficulty at certain times. He needs to improve. Obviously, these are big games for him. He's playing against Roma, Juventus, big teams in the Serie A. So it's never an easy task for such a young player like him. But maybe we should have a player playing in that position. In the position that Locatelli is playing right now in the middle, that should be able to replace him and do a better job. I'm not expecting Locatelli to play the full season. Definitely, it will be good for him to get all this experience and move on and build this experience for the next seasons. But at the same time, I think that we need a solid backup for Locatelli just in case things go wrong. And Bertolacci, for me, is not that solid backup that we need. And even Montolivo is not that type of solid backup that we need. So I think personally we should invest in the midfield of some sort. Alvin says buy Pasalic right now. I agree. Pasalic is a very good youngster. let alone the fact that he scored a winning penalty shot today. I think he contributes to the team very, very well every time he gets a chance to play. Now, I'm gonna have a few more calls if you guys really want to participate in the Skype calls. So I'm gonna maybe sign off in 5 minutes or so. If you guys still want to have your say on Skype, Rossoneri TV is the Skype username to add, and I'll give you a call then. So if you guys don't give me a call for the next 5 minutes, I'm just gonna simply sign off. But continuing to read your comments here, Rajesh says, I heard the Chinese don't want Paleta. Feel so bad for him after everything he's doing for us. It's not necessarily that they don't want Paleta. The real thing is that Paleta apparently is asking for double wages, and I don't think the Chinese want to accredit him that just yet. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean that Paleta won't get a contract extension. I think an understanding between him, the agent, and the Chinese needs to occur before the contract extension actually happens, because what Paleta is asking right now, the Chinese don't want that. Now, Paleta is only getting older as well. Sure, it's a good mix between experience and youth, and right now, I wasn't expecting Paleta to have this kind of season, but he really has shown us to prove that he's a good defender. Now, Marco's calling. Let's see if I could get in touch with him. Marco, can you hear me? Marco?
Hey, I'm
hey,
here.
How you doing, man?
Ciao. Ciao, Gio.
Ciao, how you doing?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you for watching the live streams all the time and commenting, man. Really means a lot.
It's a pleasure.
What did you think of today?
Yeah, I'm actually live in Australia, but you said I'm from China. That was right because my surname, probably read my surname.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I'm originally from China.
Okay.
But I'm now living in Australia with my wife.
Okay.
So.
What time is it there, if I may ask?
Pardon?
What time is it there, if I may ask? It's pretty early in the morning.
It's 7 o'clock in the morning.
Wow, crazy time difference.
Yeah, so I got up at 2:30 just to follow just to watch
the match.
Watch the live stream. Yeah.
Oh, thank you so much, man. So what did you think of today?
I just want to say, first of all, compliments on your channel. It's really great channel. The job you're doing is amazing, and it's really hard to find a community of Rossoneri here in Adelaide. So it is great to be able to find your channel and to be able to stay up to date with everything with the team.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
About the match today, yeah, just really a lot of things to say actually, but we're so excited. So where to start? I read on Twitter that someone commented, what's the difference between last in the Italian Cup final we lost to Juventus, and the formation, the starting 11 from that match, between that match and this match, it's not much difference. And how did Milan win today and have done such a great job? And I think the difference made that is mostly lies in Montella as a coach, and also as well I think Paleta and Sousa made a huge difference. Paleta is so solid in the defense, and it just makes so much difference in the defense at all, altogether. And the defense altogether did a really good job today, closing Juventus. And I haven't given them much in the first half we gave a lot of space, but we did so much better in the second half and in the extra time. And Sousa for me definitely is the MVP of today. He's the most valuable player, and also I would go for Bonaventura and Gigio Donnarumma as well. Yeah. As MVP for today. But Sousa has been phenomenal all times. Has been phenomenal since the beginning of this season. And I think if Barca is valued at 30 million euro, and he would be valued at 60 million euro then.
Yeah, definitely. Sousa was so good today, man. Honestly, like you said, he's been so good since the beginning of the season. But today, to do that against Juventus is just for me a big a big eye opener to really show what this player is capable of, you know.
Yeah.
And I think he definitely deserves an extension as well. That'll be great if we. I think they're pretty close to getting the extension for him. So hopefully that will be official very soon.
Yeah, that'd be great to see then.
Yeah.
Yeah, as I was commenting on the live stream, I was commenting on your review live stream. I would be happy to see just we sign Orsolini for either 2 million or even a little bit more. Yeah. And just extend the contracts of these great guys who will be playing so well all the time in this season, like Suso, Bonaventura, Donnarumma, and possibly Paletta as well. Because I mean, he's getting like he's almost like he's getting to his 30s, but he's just so consistent in defense, and it makes such a difference from Romagnoli pairing. Who was last year? Romagnoli pairing.
Well, he was like, honestly, he was with different players. It was Maxes, Alex, Zapata. It was always a different player.
Yeah, so that's just so different. And also, I was when we were watching the penalty shots, when I was thinking of like if Pasalic hit the back of the net for the last penalty shot, that's the key one that decides the game. We would definitely have to sign him.
Yeah.
In the winter mercato or in June next year.
Yeah, I think it's something. Yeah, I think it's something more that could happen next summer, since he is on loan with us until next summer, and I think negotiations will have to go with Chelsea then, you know. But definitely a very interesting player. I don't know how much Chelsea's gonna be asking for him, since he's actually been getting a lot of playing time with Milan recently. Maybe, you know, you could get something. I don't think Chelsea's gonna ask much for him, but I think he's definitely a player that we should buy, you know, once the time comes.
Yeah, definitely, and it adds more depth in our bench
to
the midfield.
Oh, definitely.
Now we only have Kucka, Locatelli, and Bonaventura who play consistently, but Tala just came back, and Mati Fernandez also not very consistent as well. In my opinion.
Yeah.
So we definitely need Pasalic, like this young guy, and also have that makes us have more youth players. Like our youth teams have just been great. Like so many youth players in this team. It's just it's amazing to see.
Yeah, completely agree with you.
See this. Yeah, and it's so excited to have another trophy, again.
Yes. Yeah. It's been a long time. It's really been a long time.
Yeah.
All right, Marco. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thank you too, Gio.
All right.
Grazie. Buon Natale.
Buon Natale. Happy holidays. All right. Now I'm gonna take one more call, guys. 1 or 2 more calls max. There was a call coming in from Marcello Aldino. I'm gonna try giving him a call. Let's see if he picks up. If not, I'm gonna try Alvin. But after these 2 calls, it's gonna be it. Marcello, can you hear me? Marcello?
Gio.
Yes, you're live. How you doing, man?
Doing great, guys. I just want to say thanks for having me, man. Shouts out to everybody in Montreal. This is Marcello in Atlanta.
Okay.
But yeah, man, thanks for having me on.
Not a problem. What did you think of today?
Congratulations to Milan and the performance. I mean, like we said, 5 years in the making, man, and we deserved it. We finally got the trophy.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a great Christmas present for everybody. It was great, but you know, Milan missed chances. I think they should have put it away earlier in the second half. But you know, we went to penalties, and I think that was a fair turn to the match. And you know, Milan came out on top, and I think it was well deserved.
Yeah. I think
the overall attitude of Milan was just they wanted it more than Juventus.
Definitely. And honestly, if we lost this match, I was gonna blame those missed opportunities, because this game didn't necessarily need to go to extra time. We had a lot of opportunities in that second half through Bacca, and I can't wrap my head around it. But how did he miss all those chances today? You know, usually he's known as a finisher, but today he was really poor. And those chances missed could have definitely costed us the match. Thankfully, though, Gigio Donnarumma saved that in the penalties, and we won the match.
Exactly. Yeah, Bacca should be doing better, but you know, the pressure of the match was overwhelming to both sides, and I think we saw both sides miss some crucial chances.
Completely agree.
But yeah, I think it was fair that it went to penalties, even though it shouldn't have with all the chances. But we came out on top in the end, and that's what matters.
Yeah. All right, Marcello. Thank you so much for calling in.
Thanks so much, Gio.
All right. Take care. Ciao. So you heard it there. I'm gonna try giving one last call before I sign off. If he doesn't pick up, then that'll be it. But thank you guys all for joining me today. Really appreciate all your comments and so forth. Really means a lot. If you guys haven't liked the video, please like the video. And also subscribe to Rossoneri TV to stay updated with everything going on at AC Milan. Alvin, can you hear me? Hello?
Hello, Joe.
Hey man, how you doing?
I can barely talk because it is 4:30 a.m. right here.
4:30 and you're in Hong Kong, right? Is that it?
Yeah, I'm in Hong Kong.
Wow, man. I just love it that you guys call from all around the world, you know, Hong Kong, Australia. You guys are everywhere, man. So
I'm not trying to hide in.
So let me understand. Let me understand. Did you celebrate loudly when we won? Like, did you wake up the house or something? What happened?
I tried my best not to wake up my mother, and my father was outside for some food.
Okay.
And then I was alone in the room, and then, oh my god, I was screaming, and I nearly cried.
Yeah. It was honestly a big moment for us in Milanese. Like I mentioned, you know, this was a trophy that we were waiting for way too long. And finally, it's nice that we got something here.
Yeah, this is just a Supercoppa, but it's very meaningful to the youngsters in our squad.
Definitely, and I think this gives us a big boost in morale. Like, it's not only about it's only the Supercoppa. People might say it's not anything like the Scudetto or Champions League trophy, but you know, for these youngsters, people that are playing in our team, 17 years old, 18 years old, this is a trophy, like a major trophy for them. Like, no joke. It doesn't. This is probably like their Scudetto today, you know. And
the composure of Donnarumma is unbelievable.
Sorry?
The composure of
Donnarumma
after saving Dybala's penalty.
Yeah, just amazing. You know what? Like,
it's just so calm.
Yeah, you know what? Like, after this live stream has ended, I'm gonna have to rewatch those penalty shots because my heart was beating so hard, man.
You're actually still live streaming?
Yes, we're live. We're live. Everyone's listening to you, man.
because I'm not beside the computer now.
Yeah.
That is still around, and then.
No problem. Yeah, you're live on air, and you're the last caller of today. But yeah, but honestly, man, thank you so much for calling in, and hopefully, hopefully you'll call us in for the other games coming up.
I love your channel so much.
Thank you so much, Alvin. Good night, man.
Thank you, Joe.
Take care. Alright, guys, and that is it. So many people actually called in. I wasn't expecting all of you guys to call in. I think we must have had at least 8 callers, 10 callers at least, from all around the world. Hong Kong, Australia, America, Europe. Like, you guys are from everywhere, man. It's insane the amount of support that this channel actually has. So thank you all, guys, for tuning in, calling us from Skype, leaving a like, subscribing. You guys are just amazing. With that being said, I should be able to make a transfer daily video tomorrow, just before Christmas. But if I don't, for whatever reason, I want to wish a Merry Christmas to all of you. Definitely there will be more videos throughout the rest of 2016, heading into 2017. But thank you guys so much for keeping up with me today, through the watch along, through this review. Finally, a big Christmas gift from Milan, the Supercoppa. Not the biggest of trophies for many people, but I still think it's a piece of silverware that we should be able to add to our trophy cabinet. Finally, after 5 years, the long wait is over. So guys, once again, thank you for watching. This has been Gio, signing off, and as always, Forza Milan!